Hello my dear students, welcome all of you in our PPS video lecture series. I am Professor Bhumi Patel from LG Institute of Engineering and Technology, and in our previous lectures we are already started our new module, that is dynamic memory allocation, and all the functions and how we can use this concept will be discussed. And now today we are moving for a practical session for the same dynamic concept. So here I am taking the simple example, find the sum of n elements using dynamic memory allocation, and the two different methods we are discussing. First is a malloc and second is a calloc function. So let's understand. First we have to include the header file, and for that we have to write as include stdio.h. And if you remember, the second header files we are needed here for a malloc, calloc, reallocate and free functions, that is what stdlib.h. So include that second header files has include then stdlib.h. So after including header file we are starting with the void main function, and let's write it. And inside void main first we need how many elements? N elements. So number of elements we can store in our array. So first we have to write the integer a of 10, and then n variable for what? How many value you want to store in array, and then I is there. Why? Because when you are using array concept we need for loop, and I is always start with 0, and then after for a sum variable we are initializing 0, and then we are using dynamic concept, means our pointer is there. So now we are writing star p, that is nothing but the pointer allocated using malloc function. Clear? Now after declaring all the variables, first task is we have to input the n value. Means suppose my n is 5, then 5 into 2, 10 bytes will be allocated. Clear? And suppose my n is 3, then 3 into 2 means 6 byte will be allocated. So here the concept is dynamic memory allocation, means we can allocate memory at runtime. Clear? And for that we are writing printf, and inside it the message is just like enter n, and then read the n value using scanf function. So in a scanf we have to write %d for an integer and then end of n. After this now we have to allocate the memory, and for that we have to follow the syntax like p, that is our pointer, equal to the cast type, and here the cast type is integer because we are storing now integer value for using malloc function. So here in a bracket we have to write integer star, then our function, that is malloc, for allocating memory, and inside malloc function we need n into size of integer. So what is the meaning of these statements? As I told earlier in our previous lectures, the malloc functions allocate the memory of single block, and then if this p has a value null, that means we don't have a free space for allocating these bytes. Clear? So check first the memory is available or not, and for that we are using if condition. If our p equal null, that indicates what? There is a no memory available, so you cannot allocate it. So when this condition is true, the answer is printed like in a printf we are writing memory is not available. So this concept is for what? To check the memory is available or not. And then after we have to write the logic for a sum, and for that we need for loop. So here I am writing for, and then I start from 0 always because array index start with 0, then I less than n, and then I plus plus. inside this for loop, now we have to put the logic using DMA concept, and here we read the data using scanf function, and inside scanf we have to write %d because of integer, and then comma, use the pointer because now we are using DMA concept that only works with a pointer. So here we need to write p plus I. So when this line is executed, how many elements will be read? If I am entering n equals 3, then 3 elements will be read using this scanf functions. And how it works? So the pointer plus I means p plus I is indicated what? First the p has some address because pointer is nothing but it stores the address. So suppose it stored 2000 and then we are adding I value in it, then what happened? The I is initially 0, that becomes 2000 plus 0 means the 2000 location will be accessed. Then when we are increment our I value, that is I plus 1, I plus plus, then what happened? 2000 plus 1 means access the A of 1. So likewise that the loop will be executed and our pointer will be incremented and access the elements. And now we want to perform sum of that elements, and for that our formula is just like sum equals sum plus star, inside it we have to write p plus I. So when we are using star, when you want to access the value of particular address, then you have to put star before that address. So suppose here my address right now is 2000 plus 0 means 2000, and you want to access the value of that 2000, then you have to put star here, and now I am getting the sum 1 by 1. So final answer we will print in a printf sum equal %d and then comma, which value we are want? Sum. So this is the program how we can find the sum of n elements. Now after allocating memory and find the sum, now our responsibility is what? We have to free up that allocated memory, and for that we have to use free function. So the last step is free, and inside free function only we need to pass pointer. So our pointer is right now p. So this is the program how we can write. Now let's execute this program. First compile it. There is no error, so you can directly run it. In output screen, let's see here the statement like enter n, and you are writing suppose 3. So what happened? Now you can enter how many elements? 3, and for that now we are entering 10, 20 and 30. That means our sum will be fine, that is 60, 10 plus 20 plus 30. So likewise that you can perform any of the program using DMA concept. Here just I am putting the message before for loop, that is printf enter elements. Now execute the same program again, compile first and then run it. So you can see the message same enter n, and now I am entering 5, means you can store 5 different value and enter elements. Now we are entering 2 plus 3, then 6, 5 and 4. Then the sum equals 20 that you are finding. Now use the another concept instead of malloc. So only you have to change, instead of m, now put the c, that is contiguous memory allocation, and instead of 1, now we have to pass 2 parameters. So instead of star, now just we have to put comma. That only we have to change when you are using calloc function. And now execute the same program again using calloc function, compile and run it. So you find the message enter n, and suppose I enter 4, then 4 different value you have to enter, and that is suppose 8, 3, 5 and 6. Then you are getting the answer sum equals 22. Means you can use malloc or calloc, any of the function, for allocating memory. Now move to the next function, that is reallocate. So just change the definition of our program like use of reallocate function, and here reallocate function is used for what? To change the size of previously allocated memory. So here I am writing two different size. First, instead of n, now I am writing n1, that is our old size, and then and second size is n2, that is our new size, and sum is not needed, so remove it and use the pointer, that is star p. So instead of now printing enter n, we are printing just like enter old size, that is what? n1. That you have to scan using scanf function. So here instead of n, now I am putting n1, and if this memory is allocated using calloc function, then again we have to put n1 for a calloc function, first parameter, and second parameter is size of integer. Now after allocating memory, again we are checking if the memory is available or not. Same if concept is there. And then after if, now we have to display the each and every address allocated using calloc function. So for that we have to use for loop, and inside for loop I need I equals 0, then I less than n1, because now the old size is changed, that is n1, and then I plus plus. Inside for loop, now our logic is just to print the address that will be allocated using calloc function, and for that we need printf function for printing address, and for that /n for a new line, %u that indicates unsigned integer. Why here you are using unsigned integer? Because all the addresses are in a form of 0 to 65535, means all the datas are in a positive, there is no negative value. So the control string for finding the address is %u, that you have to remember, and then comma. Now which address you want to print? For that we are using the pointer p plus I. Now after finding n1 addresses, now our logic is to change the size, and for that we have to use reallocate function, and now for that we have to apply the syntax of reallocate, that is what? P equals the function reallocate, and then inside it we have to pass two different parameters. First one is a pointer name, that is p, and then comma the new size is suppose n2. So when we are using this syntax, first our task is what? We have to read the n2 value from the user to change the size from previously allocated, and for that we are using same printf and scanf. So just copy the previous one, printf and scanf, and then put it before reallocate function, control V, and instead of old size, now we are writing like new size, that is n2, and here in a scanf also we have to write n2. Clear? So when you are using new size, first you have to read from the user, means user can increase it or decrease it, but it depends on a user requirements. Clear? After reallocating, now print the same addresses, and for that we are using the same for loop. So again copy this for loop, control C, and then use it, control V. So instead of n1, now our logic is for a new size, that is n2. So here our program is completed. Now what is the overview of this program? Here I am using what? First we are printing the address that are allocated using calloc function, and then we want to change it using reallocate function. So our old size is n1 and our new size is n2. Just see here in our output, first compile this program and then run it. So here the message is just like enter old size n1, and suppose I enter 5. then what happened, the 5 addresses will be displayed like 136208, then 136212. Clear? So these all are what the addresses that is allocated using old size, and now suppose we want to resize it using our new size, and for that now suppose I want to increase it. So I am giving the new size, instead of 5 it is 10. So the 10 addresses will be allocated. That indicates you can change your size. Here the concept is increasing the size. Now understand with another example. So first compile it, then run. Old size is suppose 10, means 10 addresses are displayed, and now you want to decrease your size, that is according to your choice. So now in this case our new size will be suppose 3, then only the 3 into 2 means 6 bytes of data will be allocated, and the previous 10 bytes, 10 into 2 means 20 bytes of allocated memory will be changed. Clear? So likewise that you can use the DMA concept. I hope you guys understand this concept very well. If you like this video, then thumbs up. If you think this video will help some of your friends, then do share this video with them. Also you can subscribe my channel, so when I upload new video you get a notification. If you have any doubt, feel free contact me. Thank you so much.